Hey everybody, welcome to Let's Build episode 26. Is that what we're building right now? 26? Yeah, 26. And we're gonna, off camera, I did a little bit of work on Explorer. So here is the basic Explorer now. Basically all I did was I gave it a little bit more fuel. I do need to check a couple things. Center of mass. See, that fuel tank distribution really changes how these RCSs are going to work. Oh well, it's going to be good enough. I'm not going to worry about changing anything else. So basically what I did is instead of using this fuel tank, I doubled the capacity of the external fuel tanks. So that's going to be Explorer. This is going to become Explorer 3, actually. Dunabound once again. But I need to load up another ship. And that is this here tuna lander. I did a little bit of tweaking and repositioning of things in the tuna lander. I better test that. Yeah, it looks pretty good. There's our ladder extending and retracting. So I got these fuel tanks basically set up much more simply. It turns out that this part right here does cross-feed fuel to the engine. I just need to make sure that these fuel tanks were actually providing fuel to the center. So that is going to look a lot better there. I am going to need to save this as a sub-assembly. Trash the old tuna lander. And save a new tuna lander. There she is. Now we'll load up Explorer 3 again. Explorer 3 goes up, and to it we attach one tuna lander. Ding, just like that. Go ahead and retract the landing gear. Retract that. And we want to make sure that our staging for all of this is correct, which it is not. There we go. Okay, now, another sub-assembly I had was my heavy lifter. Basically that guy right there that's kind of ghosting. I want to actually use the capabilities of that heavy lifter a little more and push some more mass into low orbit. So we're gonna we're essentially going to be grabbing something, making something like an orbital tug for this stage down here. So let's go ahead and crank out one of those really fast. Structural, we will grab a little decoupler and one of these guys to one of those guys. Fuel tanks. I want a nice big one of them. And this tug. So this is just a tug stage. We'll get rid of it. Dump it off in space when we're done with it. Will have itself a nice little engine in the form of a, where did it go? The Poodle. The Poodle will work just fine. And is the tug stage that will have the wheel. And we will go ahead and make sure that there's plenty of solar panel around this thing. just dump it with some solar panels. Okay, so that's going to get us... This is basically going to help us maneuver into orbit, or hopefully help actually push us out of orbit on our way towards Duna before we have to get rid of everything else. And also, because it is bigger, we can actually take these and run some lines. Something like that. Might have to do these one at a time. Yeah, let's do them one at a time. Okay. One, two... Kind of don't want that to be there. Three. And we can actually put some more in here. This time I will do triple symmetry, and we'll just go like this. Straight to those fuel tanks. So it'd be nice if we actually had, you know, some of the stuff that's supposed to be coming in 1.0, a fairing around this whole thing would actually make things nice and stable. Alright, now we can pretty much go grab this subassembly, this heavy lifter as is, and attach it right there. I think that will have plenty of get up and go. These gimbals need to be locked. I will let the skippers be free, and this thing have a free gimbal. All the other ones will not. This doesn't have any SAS because it's right there. Yeah. These fuel lines are feeding. Okay, now I need to actually double check all this staging. We got a mess. From the top. All that's good. This needs to be in some separate stage later on. That's in a separate stage later on. Yes, those two engines do go with that. That's true. And then I'm looking for this engine. And this decoupler. Right there. Yep. Those ones last, those ones beforehand because of asparagus. And looks like all of these guys need to be in the same stage. What engine is that? Oh, that's that little guy. Yeah, that guy is in its own stage, actually, up here. Okay, let me save this and go through it one more time. All engines are ignited. Those decouple because they're going to be first out of fuel. Those decouple because they're next. Then we're on this final stage, and then when that's run out, we use this. Finalize orbital maneuvers. Do this guy. And all that. Yeah. I think we're ready to launch. That's going to do it for the Let's Build, and back to the episode. One very critical thing I forgot is some struts. And I will put some of this stuff, some more of these here stabilizers, oops, around this part of the rocket, just to tighten things up a bit. Yeah. This thing's a little wobbly. That makes me nervous. But we'll just have to go for it. In 3, 2, 1, super blast off. That was a magnificent kersplosion. Back to the vehicle assembly. What happened? Blast off. Engines up. Full throttle and we're on our way. Not a hint of instability yet. We'll keep it that way. Back off the throttle. We're going too fast.